we are going to start with gamma function. Prove that gamma 1 upon 2 is equal to under root pi. So for that there are 2 points. Okay, so two ways actually to solve that one, to prove that gamma 1 upon 2 is equal to under root pi. Now first way. So first way how we can prove that one is gamma 1 upon 2 is under root 2 pi is by beta function. Okay, by beta function. So what is beta function? For example, beta written is mn. Okay, what is the value of that one? Gamma m, gamma n. Okay, divided by and denominator will be the gamma m plus n. Okay, so if we have to write down this beta function, okay, so if we have to write down that one function, so we can say that is 0 to 1 x power m minus 1. Okay, 1 minus x power n minus 1 dx. Okay, this is represented by, this is beta function, we can say that. Now here if I'm taking this m is equal to 1 upon 2 and n is equal to also 1 upon 2, so what we will get? We will get beta 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 2. Here we get gamma 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 2, that will be the square, and in denominator it will be the 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that will be the, you can say that it's 1. Gamma 1 is always equal to 1. So actually we will get is 1 upon 2 gamma power 2. On another side this will be 0 to 1 x, that will be the 1 upon 2 minus 1. Okay, that will be the minus 1 upon 2, 1 minus x power 1 upon 2 minus 1, that is minus 1 upon 2 dx. Now in that equation if I'm putting if I'm saying that x is equal to sine square theta, if I'm putting x is equal to sine square theta, so then dx is equal to 2 sine theta cos theta and d theta. Then x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, then theta is equal to 0, then x is equal to 1. Okay, when x is equal to 1, then theta is equal to pi upon 2. Right, we know that the at theta pi upon 2, so that will be equal to 1 sine square, theta will be equal to 1. Okay, so now what we will get? We will get graph. I'm writing down in next slide. We are getting graph 0 to pi upon 2. Right. So first one is in previous what we did. Now axis, that is sine place of sine square theta, that 1 upon 2, 1 minus sine square theta, this is minus 1 by 2. Okay, now next thing is you have to do is in dx I have to write down this whole thing this one, right? So 2 sine theta cos theta d theta, right? So now if I'm cancelling out that one, so it will become like that one, you can say that it's 0 to 5 upon 2, 1 upon sine theta. So this one, if I'm talking about this one, this will be the equal to cos square theta, right? So squaring by minus 1 by 2, it will be the in denominator means cos theta. Now multiply by 2 sine theta cos theta d theta. These two will be cancelled with these two. So we will get 2 0 to pi upon 2 is equal to d theta, which is equal to 2 theta pi upon 2 0, right? So we get 2 pi upon 2 means we will get pi. So answer of that one is pi. What is the value? Another side we already taken is gamma half power 2 is equal to pi. So what will be the value of gamma half? So gamma half will be the under root pi. I hope you understand that one. This is the first method to solve that, and you have to find out that value of gamma by this method. Now if I'm talking about the second method, so what will be the another method to solve this one? For example, I am writing down 1 upon 2. In that method, you don't have to apply that beta function to find out that gamma half, right? So now, and we know that this function 0 to infinity, okay? So x power n minus 1 e power minus x dx, this is gamma function, right? So now, in this gamma function, if I'm assuming that let x power n is equal to 1, put that one. So what will be the derivative? So n x power n minus 1 dx is equal to dy, right? So in that place, in that one, so can I write down in that place? In that place, I'm writing down is dy upon n. It will be the dy upon n. So and now, if x is 0, y will be 0. If that x will be approaching to infinity, y is also approaching to infinity, right? So now, in place of this one and this one, for example, x power n minus 1 dx, I'm writing down dy upon n. So e power, now in place of x, I have to write down is y. What will be the y? X is equal to y power 1 upon n. So I'm writing down the y power 1 upon 2. Right. So another side, it will be the in dx, I'm writing down is in these two things, I'm writing down is dy upon n. Now we will get this equation. Now if I'm putting that one, if I'm saying that uh, in that equation, sorry, this is not 2, this is n, sorry, by mistake. Okay, now if I'm saying that n is equal to half, so now is half, we will get this is 1 upon n, so it will become 2, 0 to infinity, because 1 upon 2 is equal to 2 from this one, so we will get 2 from this one, 1 upon n in place of 1 upon n, right? So now is e power minus y, this will be 1 upon n again, it will give us 2, that will be the dy, right? So now if I'm further resolving that one, so I can say that is this is 0 to infinity, right? And this is even function, right? Can I write down this minus infinity to infinity, right? E power minus y power 2 is dy. So can we write down in this form? So if I'm talking about this equation, this is always equal to under root 5. This equation will be always equal to under root 5. Okay, so when we are talking about this one, so generally from this one we will get 1 upon 2 under root, okay, under root 5. So this will be the R proof.